Thank you, Karen Corla. And like previous speakers, I want to welcome university healthcare, and I think it is really important, but I just want to talk about the basic issues that I face every day in my clinics. So I would have people that would have full medical cards that would come into me, and some doctors are charging them for their bloods. Now they have full medical cards, they're being charged for their bloods. I also then have people that are applying for a grant. So when you're 66, as you know, you can apply to Carlow County Council for whether it's a housing adaptation grant, windows or doors, a bedroom extension. You have to be over 66. And now some doctors again are charging them for their notes or their medical reports. Now, people who have a full medical card can't be paying for these extra letters or for bloods. It just doesn't make sense, Minister. The other issue I deal with daily, and this is why I think we need to speak about this first, and we need to get these issues sorted first, which are really important, is the amount of people that are not able to access home help, dental, orthodontic, physiotherapy, chiropody, podiatry. Minister, I could go on all day. And what I'm saying is, for our system to work, we have to be able to make sure that people are able to access the services they need. I'll just give you an example. 2 weeks ago, I had a man come into my clinic, lovely man, and he worked all his life. Thank God he was never sick or he never needed anything. So he became of age that he would qualify for a full medical card. Minister, I had to try and find that man a doctor because thank God he was never in need of a doctor. But to qualify for a medical card, you have to have a doctor. And this man never had a doctor. And I'll tell you, Minister, we went to a lot of doctors to try and help him before I could get a doctor. At the last time, I was going to actually contact the HSE. So what I can say is, look, we need to make sure that on the ground, the services that are there are staffed. And just going back to the bloods, because that's the biggest issue for me. I contacted the HSE there a few weeks ago. Again, I'm contacting them all the time, and they're telling me, oh, if people have a full medical card, send in the receipt, we'll refund it. But it doesn't work that way. You're waiting for so long. People could have 3 or 4 bloods done. So I'm just asking you on that scale that you would look at these services that are needed urgently. And now I want to talk about an injury clinic for County Carlow. As you know, I met with the HSE recently, and they're telling me that we are going to be getting an injury clinic for Carlow. That is really welcome, because at the last census, Carlow had grown by 9%. We have a population of nearly 62,000. While we use Kilkenny Hospital all the time, it's a great hospital, Carlow needs its own injury clinic or injury unit. And an example of that would be that we have the best, I think one of the best X-ray units in St. Tipton is a beautiful X-ray service there that was done up recently, and they open it 3 days a week. Now, I'm writing to the HSE, so now I have people telling me that they have to get a family member or someone to drive them to Kilkenny to get X-rays because they can't use the X-ray facility unless they wait a certain length of time, because you know yourself, on a 3-day opening, it is kind of quite hard to get an appointment. These are the issues that we need to look at. These are the issues that we need to address. And again, even, you know, with like, again, someone breaks a leg or something happens, or maybe they have to go to Kilkenny Hospital. If we had that injury clinic in Carlow with beds that people could stay overnight, people could access what they need there. It is really vital now, Minister, that we have these services in Carlow. And again, I can say this, and I know this from talking to people. I do believe, Minister, when people get in the system and they are meeting their doctors and they have to go for operations, it is good, because they then have a pattern of, you know, going back on a regular basis. But my biggest issue at the moment is trying to get people into the system. I am now, like what Deputy Connolly said, I have people now going up the north because they come into me and they're now so long waiting on the waiting list, they're now going to the north for their operations. Now, they have been very successful, the ones that I know of that I've been working on. But, you know, that's welcome, but we really need to recruit. We really need to make sure that we look after the people that need it most. And, you know, Minister, the good thing is, and we spoke about it earlier on, people are living longer. But the problem is the system is not able to cater for it. And we need a proper universal health system that will cater for everyone. And look, I know there is good things happening too, and I don't want to be negative, but what I would say is the issues that I'm bringing up today are issues that I deal with daily in my clinic around County Carlow, and I would ask that we get some sort of a system in place for those people that need it. Thank you. Thank you, Ceann Comhairle, for that.